Hi everyone and welcome to today's tutorial, and in this video I will be showing you how you can recreate this packaging template for a nail paint, and I'll just dive right in. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'll be creating a new document. So for this video I will be using this A4 size document which is 210 millimeters in width and 297 millimeters in height. I will let the orientation be portrait, and I will give a name to my document as well. It says nail polish packaging template and click on OK. Okay, so when you open up a new document, by default in this layers panel, this layer 1 comes up. So I'm just going to rename layer 1. I'll double click on this and rename this to template, and I'll just briefly explain. As you can see right here, all these dark lines where you see these dark black lines, these are the places where it has to be folded in place so that it makes a proper box, and inside that box will be a nail paint. And by the colors that I have used, you can guess that it's for a red nail paint. And I've also given a unique name to my nail polish as well, which says cuticles. So I'm going to recreate this and show you how that's made. So I'm going to zoom out of my original document right here. So in order to do that, I'll be clicking on Control and the minus like that. And I'm going to go ahead and make 3 more boxes of the same size. So I'll select the rectangle tool first, and if I click on my document, I'll have to give the dimensions of my rectangle. So the dimensions is going to be in millimeters as well. So the width was 210 millimeters and the height was 297 millimeters. So I get this rectangle and I'm just going to place it right over here, and I'll just make sure that it intersects like that. I'm going to make 2 more copies on the left hand side as well. So I'll select my document, click on Alt and drag my document like this, and I'm going to go ahead and make another copy. So I'll select this document, click on Alt and make another copy like that. So we've got a basic body for now, and I'm going to go ahead and also make the other flaps as well. So first what I'm going to do is that I'll show you how to create this flap right here. So I'll be using the rectangle tool again, and I'll make one small thin rectangle like this. I'm gonna go ahead and make another, and I'm gonna use the rectangle tool again and make one big rectangle like that. So now I'll be using the direct selection tool to make the top edge a little bit more narrow. I'll select this anchor point and I'll be clicking on Shift and the arrow key, right arrow key, to bring it inwards once, twice, thrice, 4 times and 5 times. And I'll do the same thing with the other side on this anchor point as well. So I'll select this and I'll bring it inwards thrice. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we've got this. I'm just going to go ahead, select this, come over here to this Pathfinder panel, and in the shape modes I'll be choosing this first one which says Unite. So if I click on this, these 2 rectangles now become into one single shape. So I've got this. I'm going to go ahead and make another copy over here on this side on top of this document. So I'll select this, right click on this shape, go to Transform, Reflect, and the axis I'll be choosing this vertical axis and I'll be clicking on Copy, and our copy is made. So I'm just going to drag this copy right over here. I'm going to select these two again and I'm going to make a mirror image on the bottom right here. I'll right click on this, go to transform again, click on reflect, and this time I'll be choosing the horizontal axis and clicking on copy. So as you can see that these two shapes that we had chosen, their mirror image is made on the horizontal axis. And I can just drag this and place it right here. Okay, we've got this. And as you can see that I am making my template a little different from the original one right here. So instead of the bottom flaps to be having it like this, I've made it like this because I want my box to be closed properly and to have consistent flaps as well. And now I'm going to go ahead and create this one. I'm going to go back to my rectangle tool and make one triangle like this. I'm going to go ahead and select this rectangle again and make one smaller rectangle on the top. I'm going to round the edges of this rectangle. I'll be selecting the direct selection tool again and selecting this anchor point and click on shift to select the other anchor point as well. So after you've selected your anchor points, you'll see that these two circles come up. So this indicates that now you can round the edges off. So I'm just going to drag one of these circles inwards like that so that it gets rounded. And now I'm going to select this one as well. Go back to the Pathfinder panel and unite them again. Like that. So now to make this flap, this line right here, I'll be using the pen tool for this. And I do not require the fill, I just need the stroke. So with the help of the pen tool, I'm going to make my flap like this. Yeah. And like that. And I'll click on escape to get rid of the pen tool. So you've got a flap as well. And now I just have to make one more flap over here as well. So what I'm going to do is that I'll be using the rectangle tool again. And I will be making one rectangle approximately the same size of my flaps. And I'll make sure that my fill is white. And now I'm just going to go ahead and use the rectangle tool to make one small square like this. So we've got this. I'm going to go ahead and select these two and come over here to the shape builder tool, and I'll be clicking on Alt, so that notice that if I click on Alt, if I press on Alt, the plus changes into minus. I'm going to go ahead and delete this shaded part like that, and we get our flap as well. And now for the final flap, which is this one, I'll be using the rectangle tool again and make one rectangle like this. I'll be using the direct selection tool. I'll select this anchor point and I'm going to get this anchor point inwards. So I click on shift and the right arrow key to bring it inwards once, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side as well. I'll select this anchor point and bring it inwards 10 times. So click on shift and the left arrow key. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like that. And coming back to the rectangle tool again, I'll make one rectangle like this. And with the help of the direct selection tool again, I'll select these two anchor points and round the edges off like that. So we've got a basic shape, and I'm just going to go ahead and also just probably make this a little bit more bigger like that. So we've got a basic template now. I'm going to go ahead, and before I lock my layer, I'm going to just increase the stroke size so that it's easier for you to see where all the folds have to be made. So if I select all my objects, I come over here to the stroke weight, and I'm going to change the stroke weight to 5 points so that the lines get thicker and it's a lot easier for you to see where all the folds have to be made, and it's pretty much self-explanatory. I'm going to go ahead and lock my layer, and I'm going to create a new layer and rename layer 2 to be content. So in this layer 2, I'll be adding all this graphics right here. So I'll first add the logo, which was this one, the hand of a woman with the nail paint showing. So I'm going to open up my image, and this one. So you can get these images up on Google and say whichever image you find is more appropriate. So I'm going to go ahead and crop this image up a little bit. And apply. And I'm going to drag this image right over here. Yeah. I'm going to zoom in. Like this. This is going to be the front side of my packaging, and this one right here is going to be the back side of my packaging. So I'm going to go ahead and make, let's see, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make a copy. So I'll select this image, click on Alt, and make a copy right here. I'll select this again. Right click on this, go to transform, reflect, click on this vertical axis and click on copy. So this image gets flipped, and I'm just going to go ahead and add it right here. And I'm going to also rescale this, scale this a little bit small and place it on the top like that. Click on Alt and make a copy right here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that I'll be going back to my rectangle tool and choosing the fill to be this dark red color, and I will be making this one strip of rectangle like that, and I'm going to go ahead and add the text right here. So it was cute ickles, so I'll type in the word cute and ickles. So we can't see the text that we've written because it's 12 points. So it's really small for us to read. So I'm going to go ahead and also resize this to 72. And I'm going to go ahead and also change the font to this one, or probably I'll just stick to this one which says Palantino Reno type, which is a little calligraphic types. And I'm going to go ahead, make this bold and change the fill to white, and then just align my text according to the box that I have made, like that. Okay, so we've got this. I'm going to go ahead, select this, group them together, and I'm going to click on Alt and also just copy it on the back side as well. Now that we've got this, I'll be now adding some graphics to this as well, which is these lines. So I'll be using the rectangle tool again, and And this time changing the fill to be a brighter shade of red. We can go ahead, like I'll add one rectangle. Rectangle over here. Add another one right here. Bring this over here. I'm gonna unlock this layer. Choose this rectangle and say arrange and send to back. Or probably not. I'll just let it be the way it is. Okay. Got this, and I'll just make one more rectangle, probably going from this end to this end like this, and like that. I'm just going to add one more rectangle over here so that it becomes easier for you to close your your packaging. I'm just gonna fill white, stroke is black, the stroke weight was also 5, and I'm just gonna add one more flap over here. This. So I'll select the direct selection tool, select this anchor point, and bring it downwards like that till I get this slant, like this. Now it looks a lot better and much more composed. And now the only thing that I have to add is the text and the barcode and some additional information as well. So I'll open up my image. So I'll add the barcode first. So you can get these images up on Google and then just add them accordingly where you want to place them. That. I'm going to open up my image which states the ingredients used to make nail polish. I'm going to go ahead and also crop this image now. Till here. This size, and also like this. I'm going to go ahead and just crop this a little bit. Yeah, go ahead and click on apply. I'm just going to drag this image right over here and just scale this a little bit more bigger, like that. We've got this, and I'm just going to add one more text over here which says the MRP. Let's type in 50 rupees. Expiry date is 30th July 2020. You can add any random date as you like, and the batch number, which just add in any number as you like. And I'm going to go ahead and decrease its size to 36. Yeah, I'm going to bring it right here. I'm going to zoom in on this text. I'll select these numbers and make them regular. This. And this one also to be regular. Like that. So there you go. We've now successfully made our nail polish template. So I'm going to go ahead and also save this document now. So I'll go to File, click on Save As, So by default, my file name is going to be the same as my document name, which was a nail polish packaging template, and my save as type is going to be Adobe Illustrator. I highly recommend that we save our file in this format so that in case if I want to make any further changes, I can easily access my AI file, and I'll go ahead and click on save and OK. And that's it. Now that we've come to the end of our tutorial, I hope you found this video to be useful. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.